Hello, Scorpio. These are your tarot cards for August of 2023. I'm DanielleStimpson of Learn Reiki Philadelphia, and if you're into things like Reiki, crystals, and tarot, I would definitely hit that subscribe button. I also recommend that you check out the sun, moon, and rising sign videos so that you get the most complete view of your month ahead. And if you want to learn more about my live online Reiki certification classes, or if you want to schedule your own one-on-one full-hour reading or distance healing session with me, you can go ahead over to learnreikiphiladelphia.com or check the link in the description. So let's go ahead and see what August has in store for you. Okay, so just a heads up, I do have a cat on my lap. So if you hear some purring, it's her. So this month you clearly have the easiest or best kind of month laid out for you out of all the other signs I've read for so far. So that's a good thing, but definitely all of the different aspects will impact all of us in different ways. Also, you have 3 major arcana cards, which are like big spiritual kind of meaning cards, big heavy hitter type cards in your reading. The only other sign this month that had that many so far is Capricorn. So just putting that out there. So the focus of your month is the world. The world card, as you see here, this is being at the end of a cycle, but more like a plateau. This is like an achievement, a level up. This is like a graduation, if you will. So this is you're reaching a new plateau and you feel like you can move on to the next step. So this is a wonderful way to look at your month. This is a stupendous card. This is a good thing. But know that that is definitely going to flavor the entire month, that you're ready to kind of move on to new challenges now, and they're ready for you as well. The energy that you're entering the month with coming out of July is the 7 of Cups, which is often called the illusion delusion card. If you look, this wizard has all of these cups. It looks pretty great. Look at those cups as options or ideas or potentialities. But really look at them. When you really look at all those choices, how many of them are viable? Like, who has a cup of castles? Anybody you know have a cup of dragons? What about a cup of squid? Exactly. So this is saying that there's a lot of moving parts and like, this might work, that might work, what about this? So there's definitely a lack of clarity, but a lot of potential. So it's not a bad card, it's just a card of a lot of possibilities. So that's the way that you're entering the month. So what's your challenge? In the challenge position, we have the Emperor. So this would be more the negative attributes or the transverse meanings of this card. So the Emperor is generally what you would think of an emperor to be. He's the disciplinarian. He is the person who creates the structure and demands that everyone use it. And when he's at his best, this structure can really support you to thrive. And that's a wonderful thing, but also on the downside of that is when he's not at his best, there's a tendency towards ego kind of getting in the way of things. There's a tendency towards potential abuse of power. So I would say the challenges here, and they are reiterated later in your reading, spoiler alert, that this could really portend to, one, really watching how you relate to power structures in general. If you are moving on to a new plateau, or even if you just feel like you have kind of graduated in maturity or knowledge or awareness, this is kind of a warning to keep an eye on the power structures and the power dynamics in your life, and make sure you're not accidentally or on purpose, whatever the case may be for you, overstepping those boundaries or inappropriately, like just overlooking the power structure and the power imbalance, and maybe causing some inappropriateness. I would also say that when this comes up as a challenge, it's also a really good opportunity to open up to other people. Like, first of all, take a beat, think things through, but second of all, bring in some other people and elicit some other feedback and insight into what's going on. Leading alone without any feedback, like imagine an emperor with, like, the emperor answers to no one. And that can be a problem when somebody needs to tell the emperor something's not right. Think of the Hans Christian Andersen fable, the emperor's new robes. Nobody was in a position to tell the king he was being swindled. Nobody was in a position to tell the king that these beautiful robes that were made out of this incredible fabric didn't exist and he was just walking around naked. Like that. Yeah, Google the story if you don't know the story. And that's pretty much like things that can happen when the emperor is in the upside down kind of position, which he is here. So be wary of that. The next card is the best way forward, the best way to continue and progress. And with that, you have an incredible card. The Sun. The Sun is just unbridled joy. It's wonderful things. This is, especially when this comes along with the world, this is a happy celebration and like a leveling up. This is a really good thing. But also with the sunlight, it also means things are illuminated. Everything is bright and shiny and out in the open. Coming from that Seven of Cups, which is like, oh wow, there looks like a lot of options, but let me get to the details. And are they really options? The sun kind of shines this light on everything, and everything is visible out in the light. You can see it for what it is. It's like all the cards are on the table. So this I would say is continue to move into your joy. Definitely watch out for the things we mentioned with the Emperor, but move into your joy and definitely enjoy the fact that things are far more clear and transparent for you. If you've been really struggling to find the details or the heart of the matter of what's going on, that's going to come to an end. There will be a lot of clarity and reason to celebrate, frankly, this month. So that's a wonderful thing. So the last card of your reading is in a position I call the Whispers from Your Guides. So it's basically your guides giving you some additional heads up or encouragement or advice. So for them, they have a card that actually sheds some more light on that Emperor card and basically how to avoid any pitfalls there. And it's the Knight of Rods. So Knight energy, as the court cards go, pages, childlike energy, initial messages, and just starting. Knights they definitely have a lot of energy and momentum to like run forward and sink their teeth into things, but also they can be a little bit more discriminating. Well, a lot more discriminating than, say, a page. And the reason being, they are more mature along their path. They're not a queen or a king yet. But when it comes to action and how you behave, which is rods, the knight here, he's basically saying, yeah, I can't wait to run forward and like dive into everything. But what he can bring you is this opportunity to really think things through and kind of go with not so much like a trepidation or fear or worry, but as you're running forward, taking a moment and really taking in all of the details, everything that the sun is illuminating for you, and using that to your advantage rather than just, oh, I've got all these opportunities, I've been feeling really stuck, now I can finally move forward, let me just run. Still kind of like, you can definitely move a little quicker, but if you just run headlong into everything, that's where you might run into those pitfalls we discussed with the Emperor. This is an opportunity to take your time a little bit. You can still move pretty quickly, knights still move pretty quickly. At the same time, taking that pause to like think things through before you speak, especially before you act, because this is wands. So definitely just be aware of potential ego stuff, and definitely as you level up, depending on how that's showing up in your life, like say a promotion at work versus a move versus a relationship shift or something like that. Look at how your power dynamics are and how they're shifting, and make sure that you're honoring where they are now and what they're moving towards. So definitely use that Knight of Rods as guidance, which it exactly is, to take a beat every so often. Really think things through. I know it feels like the best time to just run headlong into everything because there's going to be some great opportunities for you this month. But definitely give yourself some time to really think things through as much as possible, and you'll be able to make even more out of it. But the sun and the world in the same reading is really, really great and really special. So I wish you all the best, Scorpio. If you found this helpful, definitely hit that like button. Definitely consider subscribing if you want to see your September cards. And definitely think about dropping by for my 5 times a week Reiki live stream right here on this channel, where you can hang out, get some Reiki, help us build the crystal grid with all of your intentions. It's a nice, fun time. But either way, I know you're going to have a great month. Take care of yourself. I hope to see you again next month, and bye for now.